Hello, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Friday and suddenly Saturday. We're doing 2 days together. We're going to combine the collective energy and get a message. I have combined both of the dates, and it was 7/12 of 2024, which is an 18, and 7/13 of 2024, which is a 19. Put them together, it's a 37, and then it equals a 10, which goes down to a 1. So, how's everybody doing out there? We're going to read the one. There's a few things that I want to go over with my peeps. I got a Facebook page now. You can look me up. I need to remember to put the link down there. It's Fawn Denmark on Facebook, and it's got like a pyramid with a crystal. That way we can talk and whatever. I don't get on there much. I try to get on there every day, but my life's kind of just free flowing. I had to go get some things today, and I said to the one lady, I said, "What is that?" She says, "I don't know." And I said, if I would have bought it, I couldn't bring it back, and then my flow wouldn't have eaved, and I just don't need those blockages today. And she like looked at me like, "Wow, okay." So, I just think about things like that now. There's people that are having and I know I had problems with this, so don't feel bad. I'm going to read the one, and then I'm going to talk about a few things. Number one tells you that you are a magician or priestess, and that now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now, in particular, in order to receive your vision from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise. Number one promises success and deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of the creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, and the pure spirit of the subtle world. Um, we are a soul experiencing a human body, not a body experiencing a soul. So as we are birthed into this human form of a body, our soul has to adapt. And our soul is probably so old. I mean, who knows what our souls have been through in other dimensional lives. And we have to think about that. So we might have a person that's an old soul and comes into this generation of being in the earth, and they don't ever feel like they belong. They can't figure the human body out and the interaction. We are not from here. I mean, we're birthed here. We're not from here. We are from where the creation created us from. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I really believe that. We picked this time for a reason. We're either going to be a 5-dimensional warrior from within, or we're going to be on the 3-dimensional, everybody's opinion matters. So at this point in our life, we've went through bad, we've went through the good, and we've went through the ugly. All of us. You could have a conversation with somebody, guaranteed, and there's not one person, one soul that is within a body that has not experienced something out of the norm, something that they either can't get over, they're happy, they're sad, whatever. But we also have to remember there's the polarity. There's the positive and the negative. And in order to stay in balance, sometimes we have to have that positive and negative. I said the other day, I said, it's been so nice. Everything has been ebbing and flowing in our lives right now. Happiness, smiles, love, singing, dancing, just enjoying each other for being who we are, not pressuring each other to be the way we want each other to be. Um, my husband, he's still going through a little bit of the dark night of the soul, but he's really coming out of it. He's starting to feel the difference. You still, we're all going to have a little bit of dark night of the soul as we go through this journey. And dark night of the soul is hard. Sometimes we get to that point where we don't belong. We don't feel like it'll ever change. We listen to everybody's opinion. We get all that 3D hocus pocus in our mind. And then we don't go from within our heart space and listen to the voice that you know is not your thought. Listen for the feeling that you know is not your 3D thought of existence. You will know it if you relax and let it flow and don't force things to happen. Some people are very picky about things. They are very funny about certain things, and other people aren't. It's everybody's perception, but we just have to respect the other person's perception on things. There's a lot of things that the cards have channeled for these 2 days, and I think we really need to take what's going on in this world a little more serious and open our eyes a little bit more, because there is going to be some things coming through that we have to be prepared for physically, mentally, and spiritually. They're gonna do Project Bluebeam. We're pretty sure. So look it up. It'll tell you what it is. I said, me and my husband were talking yesterday, and I said, what I feel that they're gonna do, my husband even said it, is like eruptions, earthquakes, volcanoes, storms, whatever. And today, this was yesterday, we had that conversation. Today, I seen where we had two earthquakes out in the water off of Canada and Washington within 12 seconds apart. And they were like 6 point something on the Richter scale. Now, I have not heard anything about news, but I watched that BB333, he's a sky watcher. And he watches the weather and stuff, and he's the one that brought it out. And the other day, I watch Versa Sky. It's like an underground weather, and they always have a better weather than like AccuWeather or whatever. So I go into there, and he was going into there, and there was this big, round, like green object off the coast around where these storms are going on, and it was out in the water, and it didn't look normal. And what I'm thinking is, because of all the shark attacks down here on the Gulf side by the bullhead sharks. My father was a commercial fisherman for 25 years. Bullhead sharks are very aggressive. All sharks are very aggressive, but sharks are very intelligent too. And their skin is sensitive to energy vibrations. Now, I just seen another one today where a person in the boat was surrounded by whales. So what I'm thinking is that they have this thing underwater that's causing these eruptions, the earthquakes and stuff, because we know that they're diabolical and they can do the weather and they can do other things. And I think they've got something in the water that is making a sonic sound or an energy vibration or something that is stirring up these waters. Because I had read something the other day that they're trying to kill off the carp because carp are getting too many, and they send out this vibration, this energy sonic sound or whatever it is, and it kills the carps. So what are they doing? And just be careful with your energy. But I said to my husband, we could be ebbing and flowing and feeling beautiful for 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden you've got that one day, you've got that one trigger moment. We always have the positive and negative. Definitely. Now, I'm going to read these cards a little different tonight because the books, the way they lined up, um, yeah, I think I got them in their way. Okay, yeah. All right, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. It's going to be a really beautiful reading. We got some really, really nice cards. We're going to start with the Messenger Oracle. And we got the Golden Green Dragon, and it's share your thoughts. You have hopes, dreams, goals, and ideas. Do not guard your ideas jealousy, nor keep them locked within for fear that another may steal them or offer ridicule instead of support. It is time to share your vision, tell Great Spirit and Gaia of your dreams and hopes so they may send you what you need. Speak of your dreams to others, connect with those who share your goals and hopes, for they may be able to help you realize your dreams sooner. Yeah, we have to try to enjoy company from people like-minded. If you don't have anybody in your space that's like-minded, then go within. That's my opinion with what I do, because you know what? We got to trust magic. Magic is the mysterious and coincidental. It is a time at the heart of those moments of synchronicity and knowing. It is woven into the awareness that there is more to life than what you can see. It is born of that moment when you step without fear and with loving heart into the void. Voice your desire and have great spirit and send his messengers to show you the way. Trust in magic. It is real and it surrounds you. Be careful talking to your friends and family that are still floating around in 3D, still listening to the indoctrination and believing the gov and the courts and the da 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 da, believing in the system that is corrupt and broken. And you know it is corrupt and broken. Don't argue with them. It's beyond, you can't change an old, if they haven't figured it out by now, 4 years later, they're never gonna. And they're gonna have to be on their own. And if they do have an opinion, just remember, if they're telling you things, it is an opinion. That's all it is. And you have to go within to feel if it's the right for you. Now, we did get the angels and ancestors, and I thought this was interesting. We got the witch be the light. And she's got the butterflies in her hair, the ivy, the berries, and the beautiful owl, the horned owl. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. The witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned barn owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has. But she is also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. You know, when I say I channel messages through the cards, I really mean I channel messages, because what I'm saying, I don't read these cards. I just put them in the book for when I'm going to read them. And I mean, I know a lot of the cards. I know what they are. I know what this stands for, but I don't remember all the wording in it. And for it to say that with this card, you are being reminded of the goddess or the god, you know, the creator, the co-creator with it. And this is the feminine aspect of us. No matter what happened, what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into drama, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing drama? You will know the answer. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. You know, I just thought of something. And after I read this other card, because I don't know what this other card's going to say, but I'm thinking of the movie It's a Wonderful Life. And I know some people have never seen it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the shaman, because we got the mask, the feminine and the masculine in these cards. We've got the witch, be the light, and we have the shaman, trust in higher forces. And he's got an owl above his head with bells all around him. White feathers, which means our guardian angels around. And look at that card. Look at these. This is the feminine and the masculine. And the owls are wise. He's also looking out. Okay. Trust in the angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. Inspired by the Sami, the indigenous people of northern Norway, Sweden, and Finland, this card represents those people who have a connection to earth and the hidden realms. Many shamans believe that when there was illness or disease, it was because a person's power had left them behind somewhere, or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. In trance, they would travel to the underworld to recall this power and remove the demon. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies, or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in your quest. There are spiritual allies working. My nose has been itching all day. We've got moss and coming off these trees, and it drives me crazy. So bear with me when I'm playing with my nose. Okay. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extreme personal way. And, these cards, the way they turned out, share your thoughts and trust in the magic. And here we've got the feminine and masculine, the witch and the shaman. We all have it within us. We all have everything. Plus, we have that little extra spark of magic that's unique and only yours. We all have a mission on this earth. We all come into contact with people, and there's reasons for that. We got on the Divine Master, we got Quinn Yin, enlightened action. Choose compassion, move forward with grace. She's got the lotus flower there, and it's all beautiful rainbows in the background. Quinn Yin is a Buddhist, a being of pure compassion and love, who is loved the world over, especially in the East. She is a Buddhist, she is part of the Buddhist tradition, but are very similar to the Western concept of angels, beings of light and brilliance who will do anything they can to lead those who call on them into a space of peace and harmony. Quinn Yin has grace, and a pearly white light surrounds her. She can help us step into an embrace of care, forgiveness, and compassion. If we have been hurt or disrespected by another person, she will help us move into a non reactive space so that we can stay connected to the light as we move forward. If you're finding someone or something difficult at this time, the best way you can move forward is by going beyond seeking to understand why something is the way it is or someone is the way they are. It's time to move beyond the behavior or mistakes or challenges that are happening around you. Don't be pulled into the misery and fear that is coming to you from an outside source. Refuse to operate on that level. Choose to take enlightened action for the sake of your own inner peace. Know that you can be compassionate and forgiving without having to excuse someone else's behavior. It's more about stepping onto your own path and recognizing that you cannot allow your own wellness and peace to be affected by someone else's behavior or by the outcome of a situation that is beyond your control. Choose to move forward in your life with grace. Realize that if you allow yourself to get pulled in, it will only cause more hurt and anguish. And the best, most enlightened act you can perform is to move on with grace and forgiveness. As your North Star, the energy of Kuan Yin is here to guide you in a composed, light-filled way. We have the teachers, we have the guides, we have the learning and what we're doing. We got a number 29, which is an 11, which is a master number in the Soul Helper Oracle. And this card is live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. So now we had the masculine and feminine show up. And we also had the inner child. And we also had trust the magic and lighten action. Move forward with grace. Heed the voice of the child within. It does not speak to you with words, but with the silent language of the heart. Your inner child cannot lie. It speaks with purity and truth. See or feel how it smiles. You are now ready to encounter beautiful moments on your soul path. You have become wiser and freer, and you celebrate and have fun whenever you wish. Your inner child is delighted by your wildness and renewed playfulness. Put flowers in your hair, have fun with your inner child, and grant him or her a wish. In return, you will receive a gift that this world cannot buy: time. The inner child within you has the power to expand time. It can take you to places where time passes more slowly. Play, enjoy yourself, rise above the absurd construction of time in which you live, but which in truth has absolutely nothing to do with you. Hear the whispers that reach you gently and softly. Live your life in play, and you are free of time. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animals, the otter, the herbal essence is orange, the healing crystal is quartz, and the master number is 11. And when I do the reading, I have my quartz here and I tap on the cards with my quartz and I put my quartz on top of the card. So we're getting purified energy flow when I channel messages through the cards. Now, the master number 11 is the digit of double number. So the master number 11, 22, 33, etc. are usually added together, but instead are regarded as having twice the power of the particular number. Give yourself the time to allow the number of the card to resonate through your late body. Visualize in front of your heart and let it circle around your body. Don't try to control this, but instead simply observe where the number wants to go. Its position may bring important information. Now, there's a couple things I'm thinking of. One, I was thinking of my favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, with James Stewart. And that was a wonderful movie, whether it's Christmas or what. I watch it every Christmas, where a man is so upset with the way his life went. He wanted to travel, he wanted to see the world, he had dreams, he wanted to build skyscrapers, and he just had that playful, great family life, would ding the thing and say hot dog, and just had a lot of things going. And he graduated, and his father had a stroke, and he ended up not going on the road. And he hated the idea that he had kids and a wife now and blah blah blah, and he was stuck where he was. So an angel showed up and gave him an opportunity to see this world without him, and the effects that would have did. Now, when you're going through your dark night of the soul, that's something I want you to remember. Remember that movie with George Bailey, It's a Wonderful Life, where or watch it. If you've never watched it, I advise you to watch it. It's a long movie, but it's very eye-opening, because George Bailey actually had an amazing life and didn't even know it. I mean, he helped so many people and did so much for everybody that they just loved him. And when Clarence the Angel gave him the opportunity, I'm not going to tell you the whole movie, but gave him the opportunity to see what life would have been if George Bailey wouldn't have existed. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. His brother would have died in the ice that day if George wouldn't have been there. There's things in your life that you're there for a reason. There's no coincidences. So you coming across my videos and me doing the videos, deciding to do the videos, is us coming together. We were magnified, our energy eat together. And that's why you're here. And I was meant to do this. Why? I don't know. Probably because I started on my journey a while ago and I got ready. I was ready for this. I know what's going to happen. Some things. Um, right now is when we have to become a warrior within. We have to work on ourselves and our triggers, because there's a lot of things coming down the pesos that we're not going to understand. So we got to get prepared for this. The higher heart activation. This is the gateway of light activation. Dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. We got this a few days ago. The higher heart chakra is the most ascending form of the heart chakra. It's found in the center of the chest, in the heart region, and is seen clairvoyantly as a pink color. The reason that this energy center is pink, it's because it is the opposite complementary of green, which is red, with the white light of spirit. Through this stargate of the heart, we have the potential to connect with divine love, the love that exists in all things and experiences, the heaven within. This card transports us to the higher heart space, where we can recognize that love is not an external essence, but a light we hold within. It has been there through every lifetime. When the higher heart becomes active, it's a recognition that the search for love has ended and the excavation of the heart has finally begun. You have experienced much fear, separation, and heartache in your lifetime. This has encouraged you to choose or to close off and shield yourself from possible hurt. For a long time, you've been trying to open yourself back up, but have been concerned about being far too vulnerable. This card shows you have realized that love isn't something you have to work for or search for, but your divine inheritance. You have also recognized that this energy isn't something that comes through relationships or external experiences, but is your natural state of being. The more you close off, the more you close. off from your true self. The more you drop your shields, the more love is revealed. The more you express the love you are, the more it is reflected back to you. Love is your truth. That is where we find our messages within the heart space, the fluttery butterflies in your chest, the chills, the goosebumps, the feeling, you'll know. Your thoughts are of the 3D world. So if you get a message, let's say, just wow, that just came to me. I would have never thought about that. Then that's probably the voice talking to you. We got to get out of the head thought pattern. Okay, now I'm going to read the practical magic because we got 6 solar strength, solar magic. We've been getting the lions a lot, the Leo, and that is the masculine and feminine coming together. See how they're coming together? She's got the energy and he's got the energy in his hand. Embrace focus, motivation, and manifestation, connecting with your fiery willpower and confidence to take action and feel change. We are all a dance of polarities, a combination of sun and moon, yin and yang, and masculine and feminine energy. These qualities ebb and flow within us, and we may naturally embody some traits more than others. We can also choose to consciously amplify our expression of certain traits. So-called masculine energy, also described as sun, solar, or yang energy, is a powerful force associated with strength, confidence, logic, focus, and clarity. It's about doing rather than thinking, taking action, being assertive, analytical, and goal-oriented, and focusing on outward wisdom rather than introspection and intuition. This energy is active, outward, and external, full of heat, vitality, willpower, and purpose. Solar energy is associated with the life giving power of the sun and the way it warms and illuminates the world. When this card appears, it's a message that your current situation will benefit from you invoking and embodying some solar energy, which will spark creative abundance and, most importantly, action. It indicates that this is a time to sit down and figure out exactly what you want to achieve. Then break it down into easily actionable steps and follow them until you reach your goal. Intuition and going within is important, but in this instance, the best results will come from being clear and decisive, jumping in, committing to the results, and carrying out the physical, practical work to make it happen. This card encourages you to set boundaries and embrace qualities such as protection, passion, physicality, intellect, reasoning, and logic. In your current situation, structure and order is a strength. Planning is a positive, and you must remain focused on the outcome. Avoid any distractions that are trying to halt your progress. Now is the time to embrace action, motivation, and manifestation, to take your hopes and dreams out of the etheric and anchor them in reality, to incorporate your dreaming and dreaminess into the world, express your ideas in a tangible form, and create something physical that represents your inner self. Tapping into the masculine energy of the earth and knowledge, acknowledging your own masculine energy, regardless of gender, is healthy and necessary. Embrace rather than fear and strength and raw power of this energy and use it to fuel action, achieve goals, and move forward in your life. Connecting with solar energy will help you manifest your dreaming into reality. Connect to your rational mind and channel your inner knowing and emotions into practical means. This is the way of the warrior of light, who is passionate, consistent, and focused, filled with willpower and intention. and who never stops fighting for the things they believe in. Welcome this side of yourself, give thanks to it, and allow it to strengthen your intention. Burn away lethargy and procrastination and ignite the energy and power of action. Um, I really like that card for us because there is a lot of procrastination. I mean, we all have ideas, but right now we need to work on them a little bit more. We really need to work on ourselves. That is very big. And I found when I went through the dark night of the soul the first time, the 3 or 4 months that I had by myself, the 3 months that I had by myself, and I really worked on it. Um, I got to the point where when I was feeling blue, like I didn't belong here, or I just we've all thought that. We weren't from here. What the hell am I doing wrong? Shit just keeps happening. I mean, we've all had that. Um, I don't love myself. I'm an idiot, blah, 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 whatever I was thinking bad about myself. Um, or I'd let somebody say something to me and I'd take it to heart. I don't do that anymore. When I got to the point where I went through the dark night of the soul and I started working on me, I realized that, you know what? It doesn't matter when anybody thinks of me. It matters what I think of me. And if I love me for me and I've done the best that I could and I've been nice to people and done good things, I'm happy. I don't worry about what other people think of me. I mean, it's not an ego love. It's not an ego tripped love that you sit there in the mirror for, you know, 20 minutes looking at yourself. I don't do that at all. Um, I just think everybody that says something about me, if it's mean, I just kind of erase it out of the energy of and don't let it make a footprint because everything we do makes a footprint. And you got to remember that. We don't want to leave any bad footprints. We want to leave the beautiful sandy golden footprints, not the tar and feather footprints. We have to learn how to love one another and respect one another. And when we have triggers, to walk away and flush the trigger out and just not deal with it. Because you got to work on yourself. Self. That's the most important thing. And if you're still feeling bad about yourself, you haven't walked through enough of the dark night of the soul. You have to love yourself. You have to look at all of your imperfections and love them just the way they are because they are all leveling up. They're all taught us something, no matter what. We've got the Human Spirit Oracle. It's a number 7, and it says, all aboard. Are we all aboard? Next stop, with so many causes, protests, and ideologies nowadays, it is so easy to hop aboard the newest trends and fund me campaigns. It is important to understand that not every cause is what's best for us all. Knowledge is power, and if you're feeling like hopping aboard a cause, have your face, have your facts, which in this day and age might be harder to find than one would think. It is great to be passionate for the world and to have a passion for change, but be sure it is the type of change that benefits humanity. By humanity, I mean the world and the earth as a whole, not just you, your family, or your neighbors. We aren't saying don't mow your neighbor's lawn or don't volunteer at the co-op. But when a cause limits the right of others or dictates the choices of people, then let's get knowledgeable about all the facts. Let's do our research from reputable sources because Uncle Jess is a great person. But how many books has he read in the last year? With social media blaring at you with what you should believe and support, it is hard to sometimes find the right track to the best train out of the station. This has been so far a really good reading for everybody in the collective because we are so tired and life is so hard for some of us right now. We just we just want our freedom, our happiness, like Freedom Friday and suddenly Saturday and just even flow and just be able to live in a beautiful world that we have. Okay, we're gonna go to the dreams of Gaia, and we got the three air, which the three is the divine, it's the divine number. So let me get to the three of air. It was there it is. It's hiding. This is like the Harry Potter, but this card come in reversed. So even though he's got the book, and the train just said, Uncle Jess, how many books did he read that you're listening to? Think about that. Somebody's giving you their opinion. Make sure you know the facts. If you're getting involved in something, take some time. There's some people that tend to be perfectionists. Now's the time to be a perfectionist on the facts because these cards are kind of telling you that, especially with him being in blockage mode. The three of air reversed cautions us against wearing our ignorance like a badge of honor. Choose to willfully lose yourself off to learning is nothing to be proud of, nor is the choice to speak from an uneducated perspective. There is a difference between having an opinion based on your ideas of what is wrong and right and having an educated opinion founded in fact. Don't risk making a fool of yourself by declaring yourself knowledgeable if your knowledge and experience are limited. Show that even if you lack in knowledge and understanding, you are wise. Admit your arrogance and open yourself to the opportunities to learn. If someone has a vast understanding than your own, then learn from them and grow. We should listen to everybody's opinion. Take it as an opinion and play with it. Make a little magic. If you like what their little opinion and it goes good with your little opinion, and everybody can sprinkle some magic dust and make their little opinions all fit together, boom, you got a piece of something beautiful. And it wouldn't have went that pretty together by itself with one person. It needed all them little opinions. Sometimes little opinions are pretty good. Sometimes they're not so good. But you got to use your judgment because we did get the Knight of Wands activity. See, there's activity going on everywhere. Everybody's thinking they want to do this and they want to do this and they want to do this, but we've got let's see, 3 or 4 months till the crazy nutty election, if it even goes on. And our world is going to be turned upside down for the next, I'd say, 4 months till after like January 6th, till the new year. It's going to be off the chain, is what's going to happen. So be prepared. Now is the time to express yourself in words, pictures, dance, music, or thought. Any other creative pursuit you enjoy. Message, travel, news, communication, new work, expression, transition, and entertainment. The page is charming and chatty, and he brings great news about creative project, travel plans, and new work. In relationships, he or she reveals a fun flirtation. An additional meaning of this card is the influence of a creative person, a writer, actor, actress, dancer, or musician, or that you are discovering your creative potential. We're all discovering different things about ourselves that we would have never thought that we did. And it's like, wow, how the hell did I do that? But you did, because We were meant to find that out. Right now, we're going through a beautiful learning experience, and we have the three of Earth again. We got threes going on. These divine messages that are coming out, we really need them at this point because there is some stuff that, yeah, wasn't that good. Okay. So let's just say that. Now this one's good. He's sprinkling the little magic in with the squirrel and burying the nuts and uh he's just beautiful. Flowers and energy and nature around him. Time to make preparations. Risk future goals and ambitions. Investment, sacrifice equals reward. A time of restriction or adversity, increased opportunity. People notice commitment and dedication. Be sure of your motives and maintain intimacy and connection. The Three of Earth represents a time of preparation. It is time to sow the seeds born of thought, need, and desire in fertile soil and do what is required in order to make those seeds grow. It is a time for you to do the necessary groundwork. Remember, the outcome can only be equal to the investment you are willing to make in the here and now. The Three of Earth can also symbolize a time of sacrifice in the weeks and months ahead. There may be choices offered that appear as limitations or restrictions. While these choices might bring you about feeling of reluctance, frustration, and annoyance, but put them aside and focus on what the end result will bring. The future may also offer moments of adversity and hardship that make you want to give up. If you find your resolve challenged over the weeks and months ahead, know that all that you hoped to achieve is dependent upon your willingness to make a commitment now and then honor that commitment to the end. Do so knowing that it will be noticed and respected. If it may even increase the opportunity that comes your way. Whether it is furthering education, new work responsibilities, saving for a new home, or building a business, now is the time to look for realistic grounded options and to then get in touch with those who have the knowledge and information you require in order to determine if your objects can be achieved. And the best course of action for you to take, the Three of Earth asks, what are you willing to do now in order to achieve the outcome you desire? I really feel that we really, I mean, Source and Mother are telling me you have got to get it through to them to work on yourselves daily. Even if you're working and this and that, uh, just lay down for 20 minutes. Sometimes when you go in one of those twilight sleeps, you dream more. If you're a heavy sleeper, sometimes you don't dream, but you could be doing stuff in other dimensions that they don't want you to come back with and tell. It might be like 007 and it's got to be secret, you know. We got with the three, we got the Four of Pentacles, and that's security. This is the security card of the tarot. When your finances are on track and work and relationship are happy and stable, you are able to provide and care for others. Overall, you've reached a point at which you can sit back a while and appreciate the strong foundation you have built. However, because this security has been hard won, you may resist positive change. Enjoy this period of calm and order, but stay open to new possibilities. 2, keep looking for new ways to expand your empire. Right now, keep looking. But you know what? This world is going to do a, let's say, 180-degree turnaround when this shit happens. So that's why I'm telling nobody to start nothing right. You will be part of the humanitarian cleanup if you are in the war. But right now, we are in a digital uh, war right now. It's an information war, and there's a lot of things that are going to be going down. So we just have to keep up with everything. Now we have the 10 of air. And this was reversed. So we do have a blockage in the. Okay, now the 10 of air is individualization, self liberation. This is alternative perception, new paradigms, great mysteries, potential, a time of independence. Say goodbye to the public persona, no longer bound by another's opinion, walk your own path. You know, that's what I just said. When you go through the dark night of the soul and you come back out and you've reflected on yourself, you've forgiven yourself, you've released everybody with love, you broke contracts with love, you've done everything. You get to the point where when somebody has an opinion about you, you don't get upset as much. I love myself exactly how I am. Yes, I could do something different. Yes, I could do this different, but my soul is in this body. So my soul is not worried about this body other than keep it healthy. That's it. Keep it healthy. And she's kind of walking into the unknown. You know, we kind of got to get out of that box and walk a little bit into the unknown. The self is whole, time to grow up and leave home. The process of individualization leads to becoming oneself, to stepping away from the external forces that we believe define us, to become an independent being who recognizes and embraces their own uniqueness and individuality. It is about removing the mask we present to the public so that we are liked and respected and accepted. The face we wear so we fit in and belong. No longer are our public faces in private life very different. We represent our face to the world, and if it is not liked, then so be it. If it makes us a black sheep in a flock of white sheep, then so be it. We would rather be honest and accepted by the few than to be what family or society expects. Individualization is being who we are meant to be. It is breaking free from caring about what people think of us because we love who we are and what we do with our life. We are free, liberated because we are not bound by others' opinions of us or actions, the constraints of society, or the impediments of our past. It is integrating consciousness and unconsciousness, soul and shadow, the masculine and the feminine, and created a whole where the self resides at the center. No longer does duality separate and divide. All is in the harmony and work in unison. You are you, whole, complete, and ever evolving. And that evolution is not a linear process. It is a circulatory process of viewing the self and seeing it from multiple perspectives and accepting and integrating all of the facets and aspects into the whole. No aspect is ugly or beautiful, none good or bad, none better or worse. Each has its place and purpose as part of the beautiful whole. I love that. I love this card. I mean, the beautiful whole. So we have to look at ourselves as the beautiful whole, no matter what. To individuate is to understand paradox and accept that you are one, you are human. To be a whole and complete human is to be a paradoxical. To individuate is to see and know your potential and to step forward into the unknown and meet it. You are willing to step away from all that you were so that you may become all that you choose to be. In this process, your perception is altered forever. You are forever transformed. No more are you willing to embrace old paradigms that limit and restrict, that espouse a belief that say you should not or cannot. You move forward into the great mysteries with confidence, knowing that even when life offers conflict and chaos, when we remain at the center, we have peace. When the 10 of air appears in your reading, it represents a time in your own life after we have chosen to step free of the mask and wear only one face in private and public. No longer do we hide our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings in order to be accepted, like, or respected. We have turned our back on expectations, on conventions and mediocrity or normalcy to embrace and accept who we are and stand tall and proud. It's time to separate yourself from the herd and to walk your own path. Step through the doorway and begin a life where new paradigms replace the old, and you are free to be the best you that you can be instead of the you society tells you you must be. I love that because, yeah, she's got the rainbow butterfly. Actually, look at the rainbow wings, the rainbow butterfly. She's got a golden dress and the source creator right above her watching her come come into the unknown. Okay, now, the card that came out with this as a clarifier was the 16, which is a 7, and it's the tower. It's destruction. I really don't like the tower moments too much, especially when she's going into the unknown. But if she doesn't walk through the unknown, what's going to happen with the tower and the ship on fire? During a tempest at night, a ship is struck by lightning and bursts into flames. The castle-like battlements on top of the deck are no protection against the force of destruction. From the heavens, the lightning illuminates the sky, heavy with storm clouds, showing how precautious the vessel appears as it struggles to stay afloat in an ocean that is sure to swallow it whole. When the tower falls, you feel your world collapsing around you. Lightning strikes, and there is little you can do other than accept the chaos and change that it brings. This disaster is not your fault. You may be in shock at first, but this event is also a breakthrough. You are given a chance to see the world in a very different way. Additionally, the card may signify issues with property and challenges to your security. You may be feeling vulnerable financially and in relationships too. Surrender to the universe and give up control and being to construct a new way of working, thinking, relating, and living. You now have the freedom to start over and a strong foundation on which to rebuild whatever has fallen. This is a good card, but it's also a bad card. And we really know that we are going into the unknown. This is like us walking into the unknown with our creator watching us, and we feel so at ease. But is what's behind us the tower, or what's in front of us the tower? It's just change. That's what it is. And they've been talking about the mask. 2 days ago in my reading, we had the mask, the truth, be your truth. And we also got the 5 of air as the special message. The 5 of air is an illusion. We got the moon the other day, which was the illusion, reality, separation, self-sabotage, self-deception, criticism, conditioning, healing. Okay. We've already had the procrastination card and the person with the ego that's above the filter that they got to lower a little bit. We have a lot of changing going on here in this reading. And this is a conflict between realities and belief, a time for honesty, let go of illusion and pretense, face a painful reality. You are not alone. Advice and constructive criticism are not a personal attack. Drop the mask, reveal your true self, forgive others for wearing their mask. Yeah, right here. The problem is she's dropping the mask, but she still has a blindfold on. She's got the white angel wings, which means our angels are around us, which they've been around us big time. Archangel, all the archangels have been showing up. But what is she trying? She's taking the mask off, but what's she trying to hide? Does she not want to see what's really going on? Is that illusion that she thinks everything's still okay and she just wants to keep the mask on? The 5 of air represents a conflict between what is real and what is believed. It addresses a need for honesty and the courage to let go of a self-deception that is being held onto in order to hide and protect from a painful reality. This painful reality may be one that we choose to deny, but even so, its influence can still create dissonance in our lives and work in a corrosive manner that gives rise to conflict thoughts, desire to avoid, and procrastination, and eventually self sabotage of our creative endeavors. It can also manifest in a desire to withdraw and separate ourselves from those who love us. The symptoms to look for are low self esteem, a disparaging inner voice, and an inability to handle criticism as it only serves to reinforce a low opinion that is already held. Even simple advice and constructive criticism that are offered to help improve a fix something that is in need of further work is perceived to be an attack and is responded to with hurt and anger. When this happens repeatedly, others may become reluctant to speak up, even when there is a real and genuine need. This reluctance is noticed and feeds the anxiety. As a result of this inability to take advice of any kind and see it for what it is, care and love, conflict, mistakes, and outright failure become common occurrences, which in turn make us believe even more that we will never succeed. Behind the mask, we fall victim to self-recrimination, judgment, and blame, and criticism ourselves in a manner that is neither objective nor constructive. And yet, despite everything, we try to put a brave face on and continue to smile. But it is a mask. The smile is the lie and hides disappointment, regret, guilt, and a pain that we attempt to deny because we have been conditioned to suppress and repress our true thoughts and feelings. If the Five of Air card appears in your reading, it is in essence a gentle intervention. Remove the mask and the blindfold from your eyes. Let go of the lie that all is okay and that you are happy, and allow yourself to see that you need to address the thoughts and beliefs that have you thinking poorly of yourself. It is time for you to see and face the inner demons that have you believing that you are not worthy or deserving of success or happiness. Drop the mask and show your true self, wounds and all. Look at the damaging thoughts and beliefs, address their source, and give yourself an opportunity to heal. Allow others to help you. You are not alone and you are loved. Understand that the advice and constructive criticism others offer is not meant to limit and wound, but to help and heal and grow. Yeah, sometimes people want to do their own thing and people try to give them advice, and then it sounds like they know everything and they're trying to tell you how to do it. If you're in a conversation with that, just step back and observe and listen and say, "Oh, okay, that's nice, thank you," and just take it or leave it. It's as easy as that. We don't have to force ourselves to like anything and laugh about something we don't think is funny just because everybody else laughed. I mean, come on. We're so beyond that. Oceanic Tarot, and with this, the clarifier, we got the Nine of Cups. We got the wish. What do you wish for? What are your wishes, your dreams? The Nine of Cups is a magical wish card of the tarot. When it appears in your reading, you benefit from love, friendship, support in your projects, and harmony at home. All aspects of your life flourish and you're feeling content and fulfilled. The only glitch is being a little smug. So be sensitive in your enthusiasm to share your good fortune. An additional meaning is entertaining and socializing. You're perfectly placed to manifest what you dream of, so make your wish. I think what this reading is telling us that when we are down and out and we feel that we do not belong here and that nobody loves us and we have no one and nobody's listening to our ideas and taking it seriously. Right now, if you work on yourself. Take the time to work on self and look at different perceptions as you're walking through the dark night of the soul of things that in your past that you're still clinging to and talking about. And really maybe to keep a dream journal or just a journal of your thoughts and look back on the thoughts and say, this is a thought that I would have popped out, but where did I get this thought out? That thought might be from your ancestors, your angels, or creator. If you don't recognize that thought as yours, I mean, you know how you think. We all know how we think. And when we do something or think of something and we're like, why did I just do that? There's no coincidences. Now, the golden future. And I like this card. We got a 9. You know me, I like 9s. Homes. Live in an ecological, creative, and fun space. Look at them little bubble houses. They're so cute. Oh, and then we've got the netting over the top, which is the firmament, I guess, because we're on a flat earth, I guess. Who knows? Maybe we're not. I think we are, but never know. In the golden future, houses will be created from strong biodegradable plant material, extruded into wonderful curved shapes and beautiful colors. Some will be ecopods, airy, light, and easily fashioned. All dwellings will harmonize with the landscape. Many homes will be placed in clusters around a community building with shared facilities for washing clothes or cooking, and also be for leisure. Water conservation, solar, and other power sources will be part of all the houses. In addition, fun elements such as slides from bedrooms into pools, trampolines, zip wires, and delight that we currently cannot imagine, we will be built into the homes. Because the population will be much smaller, there will be less pressure on land, and most buildings will be single story so that people can remain connected with the earth. In the fifth dimension consciousness, there will be no individual ownership. Homes will be commonly built by the people for the people and will be totally different from anything we can currently conceive. In the golden future, everyone will have an ecological, toxin-free home where they feel safe, secure, and happy. Your guidance is to consider ways to make your home and your life ecological, healthy, and harmonious. Archangel Gabriel, the pure white angel of purity, joy, and creativity, is in charge of the homes of the future. Ask him to place his vast cosmic diamond over you and your residence. Relax and take a moment to experience this. It will help purify your dwelling as well as your essence, enabling your consciousness to expand and become more open and creative. Consider how you can raise the frequency of your home. How can you express your individuality within it? How can you add lightness, fun, and joy? Make your home into a loving, caring, beautiful space. Oh, I love that. You know, I had a dream one time about our future homes. Hopefully, I don't have allergies in there. um, and if you think about it, these would be beautiful homes. But I had a dream that in the future we will like have homes, probably something like this. But when we're tired of that home and we want to go somewhere else, we leave the home cleaned and beautified exactly the way we found it. So that way the next person that wants to live in it can live in it. It would be so easy. Think about it. Okay, I don't want to live here anymore. We'll just clean everything out, make it beautiful again. And we'll just go to another home. It'll say, we'll put it on the outside, move in now. You know, they can move in now or occupy. And it'll come up on the cloud. something like that. But yeah, I've seen the homes of the future and they have frequency healing inside of them. So we won't, there might be some healing places around, but we're not going to have the big pharma doctor, Indian chiefs, toxic crap in our houses and all that other stuff. It's just not going to happen. We got to really work on ourselves right now. I can't stress that enough. And if you're having problems, um, you're not ready yet. It's the dark night of the soul. Everybody is on their own journey. Don't get preoccupied with me being further than you or him being further than me. That doesn't matter because we're all have our own individual journey. I went through the dark night of the soul back in 2019. My husband's just now going through it. Everybody, it's on their time. It's when the spirits and creator are ready for us to learn the wisdom of mystery school and to remember who we were. I hope that this reading helps you. Now remember, this is for Freedom Friday and Suddenly Saturday because I'm going to be busy for the next few days. We are cleaning out our camper. We've already started over there, and I want to start back in the bedroom. I want to wash everything and just get everything fresh. And I'm going to do my sage purifying, with the door open. And we've been doing a lot of things like that just to bring peace into our life. I don't want drama. I think we can live easier with just taking it slower. I think our life has been so fast for so long that we don't know how to slow down. And now it's time to slow down and work on yourself and release a lot. And yeah, you're still going to have moments where people are talking to you and they don't see what you see. I could sit here and talk to you and you might not see what I see. Or some of you might think, well, she's kind of nutty. She didn't make any sense at all, but it made sense to me, and it didn't matter what they thought. It's their opinion. Remember, we really, really have to remember that anything anyone says to us that's not fact based is an opinion, and everybody's allowed to have their opinion. So, anyway, um, I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.